Question for my divorce girlies, especially if you were the one that asked for the divorce. How are you feeling once your man moves on, or has he moved on? You don't care to know. Do you know? Do you want to know? I'm not sure if people talk about this in the divorce world. It is definitely worth discussing. I know that a lot of people definitely don't feel the way that I did, but some of you probably do. For me, it was like such a relief. I felt like a huge, enormous weight lifted off of my shoulders once I heard of him moving on, mostly because our families were, or my family was like super interconnected, and so I knew like immediately whenever he was moving on. I can't explain like the peace that I felt, not because I'm a good person, but because he's such a good person and he deserves that. I truly wanted him to be happy, and I felt responsible for his happiness or lack of happiness for so long. Like, I felt so good knowing that he had found someone. Also don't know if that's because I'm like older and a little bit more mature. You know, had he like immediately moved on, I don't know if I would feel that way. I feel like in such a good place knowing that he is moved on and happy, and I'm curious if that is normal, if other people feel that way, or you like, I couldn't care less, I don't want you to be happy, because I know that typically like most divorces are not quite as amicable as mine was, but I'm curious of like your experience. And I'm just gonna say that when you kind of like look at, like, I truly feel like I'm with the person that I'm supposed to be with, but then you start looking at like someone like your ex-husband who like you obviously know very intimately. And for me, like the best way that I can explain it is like he needed someone who's like a homegrown woman, like knows how to cook things in the kitchen from scratch. Like, I'm a store-bought girly. Like, if you want peach cobbler, we're gonna go to the store and get it, because I am not going to ever learn how to make it from scratch. I don't want to. I don't have any desire to cook. And I feel like that is like such a silly way to sum it up, but like he needed a homegrown girly. I wasn't it. I'm a store-bought girly, like literally not even just food, like the Botox, the lips, the boobs, I'm gonna buy them at the store. I'm curious, like for everyone else, like what is your experience been like if you have gone through that? If you haven't gone through it yet, like how do you feel you're going to hold up during that process? And like, do you want to know? Do you not want to know? Obviously, if you like share kids with someone, it's a little bit different. But if you don't share kids with someone and you don't share fur babies, how do you want to handle that? I'm curious. Question.
So this woman made a video, guys, about, you know, moving on, about being happy for her husband, moving on, right? And she's asking a question to the women who are divorced, if is that weird for her to be happy for her husband moving on, because she feels like, you know, it's her responsibility for her happiness and whatever, like whatever that she said, right? I mean, do you really have to make a video or ask other people if like it's weird that, you know, you want somebody to move on and be happy, you know, after being in a relationship with them or after the divorce? Like, well, what kind of nonsense is that? Come on, guys. We are cooked, bro. This world is cooked. Who does a video like that? Like, she thinks she's weird for being happy for her ex-husband moving on. Like, you know, she thinks like, you know, like, I don't even know what's the purpose of this video. But anyway, let's move on to the next video.
Two, letting go often feels like failure, but don't be mistaken, it's actually freedom. The life that you imagined has to end in order for a new one to begin. If you've gone through a divorce, or if you're going through a divorce, I think that we can all agree that failure is the word that creeps up in your mind often. Letting go was the hardest part for me. I mentioned in my first video that it took 3 years to finalize my divorce, and I could not let go. It wasn't because there was still love there and I was holding out for, like, I was holding on to hope for that relationship to come back to life. There's nothing that I can say to prepare you for letting go of a relationship or a marriage. It's so hard for a number of reasons. It was so scary, something that I didn't want to do. I hesitated to let go. As soon as I did, I found such peace and such freedom. That's what drug out my divorce. You know, one of the hardest things is having to navigate this while also considering everyone else around you, considering your friends, considering your family. How will they be affected by your divorce? You have to let go of that. If that's the reason why your breakup or your divorce is dragging out, I want to encourage you to let go of that. There is so much freedom that you will find as soon as you let go of that. You have to be selfish when it comes to determining what your future looks like. I feel like we live in such a society where it's like, be selfless, be selfless. Oh, you're so selfish. Yeah, this is a marriage we're talking about. You have to be selfish about a couple of things. And I think that's okay. And I'm here to tell you it's okay. Just because you choose to be selfish in this decision, that doesn't make you a selfish person. Okay. So stop letting other people tell you that you're selfish because of the decisions that you're making that literally affect your life to the very core of who you are. It's such bullshit. And I'm telling you right now, you got to let it go. There is no place for other people's opinions in your marriage, in your relationship. There's just not. And while you're opening yourself up for that kind of scrutiny, anytime you're asking people for advice or support or anything like that, it's up to you to determine what you do with that advice. I can promise you that support doesn't look like a guilt trip. I didn't need anyone else placing that guilt on me. I had enough of it on my own. 2, letting go often feels like failure, but don't be...
Okay, guys, like, this is getting ridiculous, guys. It's becoming ridiculous. Like, it's getting out of hand, right? Because every woman who divorced, it's almost like a self-help coach for some reason, or, you know, some healing journey coach. They all become that. All of them. All of the divorced women, they're on TikTok, you know, giving other women advice, right, about divorces. So for me, it seems like women, they're really destroying their families and leaving their marriages so they can come to TikTok and talk about, you know, how other women should handle their divorce once they're divorced, right? Because they want other people to divorce anyway, right? And this is concerning, guys. It's concerning because it seems like women are more interested in clout and, you know, the TikTok fame more than their families, more than their kids, more than their relationships with their families, more than their husbands. They don't care about nothing. They care about how they feel, and they care about this TikTok clout. I'm telling you guys, I've reacted to so many videos, right, about divorced women, right? A lot of women who are regretting their divorce, and probably the reason why they even do these videos is like, you know, the reason why they make these videos, I'm sorry, is because, you know, they regret what their decision. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't think I don't think if you were in a bad marriage and you were unhappy, you would be on TikTok making videos about it, right? You will be actually healing. You'll be actually doing the inner work and trying to find out what's wrong with you. Why did you need it to be in a marriage? Why did you need a marriage and stuff like that? I don't believe that you'll be on TikTok trying to be a self-help coach, a self-love coach. I don't think you'll be on TikTok doing that, bro. This is a facade that the woman put so that the world can believe that, you know, they really made the best decision, you know, and they're happy. You know, single women are happy and divorced women are happier than married women. Like, at this point, bro, I don't care who's happy, whether it's the single woman or the married woman. I don't care, bro. All I know is, you know, like, why is it that, like, all I know is this: women, they divorce, they come on TikTok and they talk about their divorces. Why don't they find a professional? They go to a therapist and talk to a therapist about, you know, their problems. You know what I mean? And tell the therapist the same shit that they're telling us on this internet. Why are they doing that, bro? It tells you that should tell everyone that these people are unhappy and these people are miserable. And I'm sorry to say that. But anyway, that's it for today, guys. My name is RJ Godfella, and this is the RJ Godfella Chess. Now, if you like this type of content, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button as well. Peace.